Welcome to the place where brains collide with science, wit, and a nerdy vibe. I'm Dr. Angel. Let's dive in where psychology meets a clever spin. Stay curious, be kind, and keep your mind nerdy.
Ah, yes. It's that magical time of year again when Starbucks becomes a pilgrimage site. Trader Joe's smells like cinnamon heaven, and then suddenly every product from candles to dog treats is pumpkin spice flavored. And listen, I get it. There's something powerful about that first sip of pumpkin spice latte. It's like your brain goes into finally safety, stability, happiness in a cup form. But what if I told you your cravings for pumpkin spice has very little to do with coffee and a lot more to do with your brain's emotional memory system? You're not basic, you're biologically comfort seeking. Hi, nerds. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Angel, and I am your host of Nerdy Psychology. And if you love exploring the psychology behind why we humans, do what we do, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. And grab your favorite cozy drink, preferably one that smells like childhood and very questionable life choices in a fall scented mug as we dive in. So, the science behind smell and memory. Let's start with a little science because, we're totally nerdy here. Smell is the only sense that takes a direct expressway to your emotional memory centers. It goes straight to your amygdala and your hippocampus. There is absolutely no layovers, no passing go, no collecting $200, no connecting flights. It goes straight to the feels. That's why one whiff of, pumpkin spice, that mix of cinnamon and nutmeg and clove and vanilla, can instantly transport you somewhere very comforting. For me, when I smell that, it reminds me of my great granny's kitchen. That smell of her making homemade candies and divinities, and her making homemade candied pretzels and cranberry jelly. It just takes me all the way back, seeing her in that floral apron and just humming along to off-key tunes. Every fall was when that scent hits. I am 8 years old again, and I am trying to steal a lick of the candy right off of her knife and thinking I was getting away with something. I wasn't. For you, it might be a reminder of a family dinner or a favorite sweater or a vacation or just that sense of home that adult version of you is really chasing a lot. Neuroscientist Rachel Hertz said it best: smell is a sense most closely linked to our memory. Your pumpkin candle doesn't just smell nice, it's lighting up neural pathways and that scream of this smells like love and safety and not just paying bills. So, nostalgia. Nostalgia is the warm blanket for your brain. So, we're going to take it apart because pumpkin spice is basically bottled nostalgia served with a side of whipped cream on top. When I was a kid, the first cool breeze of fall, it meant one thing. It meant it was time to start playing the Christmas music, dragging out the pumpkins, and start smelling those home cooked smells in the house, from homemade pot pies to soups. This was a time of year that food just got a little more earthy smelling in the house. And in hindsight, it was just probably an exercise to clean out the fridge and restock for the new season. But to me, it smelled amazing. Fall smelled like Thanksgiving with those earthy smells. To this day, that smell of onions and garlic and bay leaf and celery, it literally flips this emotional switch inside of me. Instant calm. That power of nostalgia, it grounds us when the world feels, chaotic. Research in the Journal of Consumer Research shows that nostalgia increases feelings of social connections and it reduces our stress. And if it's your brain's version of saying, hey, remember when life was, made a lot more sense for like 5 minutes? Let's go back there. So when you take that first pumpkin spice sip in your brain, releases that cozy cocktail of dopamine and oxytocin, that same chemicals that link to bonding, safety, and happiness. Basically, pumpkin spice is emotional bubble wrap. And honestly, I love that we're collectively agreed that this is our serotonin season. Because let's be real, no one ever stormed out of an argument holding a pumpkin spice latte. I mean, that's science, probably. The comfort loop, predictability, and safety. Okay, let's get into why we crave comfort rituals. The human brain loves predictability. When things feel uncertain, when we reach for something that's familiar, smells, tastes, textures, to tell our nervous system, hey, it's okay, you're safe now. Think of all the comfort foods that we have. Like they're a multi-million-dollar business. Why? Because they make us feel good. Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, I had a colleague who was completely burned out. I mean, full on, please do not ask me about my email inbox. I'm really exhausted. I can't handle another thing happening. And they had no opportunity to take a vacation. They couldn't get away. They didn't have that place to unplug because they had a lot going on. So one night, they just made a ritual for themselves: a soft blanket, a candle that smelled like baked goods, and an old movie. And then every night for a week, this person did it again and again in the same blanket and the same candle scent and a cup of tea. And on night 3, something magical happened. Their body remembered. Their heart rate dropped faster. Their shoulders released the tension, and their brain was like, yeah, this is a safe space. That's the comfort loop. Repetition creates predictability. Predictability creates safety, and safety allows healing. When you pair comforting flavor and calming emotions, your brain literally conditions itself to relax when that flavor appears again. So when you smell pumpkin spice, your brain just jumps ahead. Good things happen when the smell shows up. It's not just nostalgia, it's literally neuroscience. So, what is your comfort loop? Maybe it's baking, maybe it's a specific playlist, maybe it's pretending to reorganize your closet, but really scrolling Pinterest for like 2 hours. No judgment here. Why comfort isn't weak, it's wise. So we need to debunk a myth right now. Seeking comfort doesn't make you weak, it makes you adaptive. Your nervous system is built to seek equilibrium. That's balance. I've got this and I need a break. When you light that candle, put on those fuzzy socks, or sip that pumpkin latte, you're engaging the parasympathetic nervous system. That's the body's natural rest and digest response. It literally lowers cortisol and heart rate. You're not escaping, you're doing something productive. You're resetting. So often I get people who come in the counseling room and they're like, Dr. Angel, I feel lazy when I stop. I feel like I'm not getting things done. Do you not understand? My to-do list is a mile long and I just can't. There's never enough hours in the day. And when I'm not doing something, I am mad at myself. And we have to learn this, that resting is doing something. It's giving your body a reset. It's giving your body energy. It's like taking your car to the gas station and refueling it with fuel. You couldn't drive a car on an empty tank, and we can't drive our bodies effectively and healthy without giving it these reset periods of time and this rest period. And I'll be real with you. Sometimes I look around my living room mid-October and it looks like, the fall catalogs have exploded. Like I love to go get all the fall things. and I love to have it on every surface of the house when I can. I hang up the wall things and I look for all the little pumpkin decorations that I can put up, and the scarves and the candles. Well, not sweaters because we're in Florida, but I would wear sweaters if I didn't live in Florida, and probably boots too. I always look at those photos and I'm like, oh, that looks so cozy. But I love the fact that even when it's 89 degrees here in Florida, this ritual of seeing fall just feels good. And honestly, I'm a little weird with it because I won't even start the pumpkin latte till October 1st. I want it to be so special. I love each season having its space. And so October 1st in my brain is when I start fall. And then that's where the pumpkins come out, and the pumpkin spice latte and the cinnamon and the nutmeg. And we're getting ready to go get some apples and make apple jelly and can it and cranberry sauce and all the wonderful things, because that's my ritual. And I get really excited. And I can just feel that feeling in my brain that just, this is a great space to be. My brain believes that autumn, and my nervous system says, yep, cozy achieved. So no, your pumpkin spice obsession is not an indulgent. It's literally intelligent. Your brain is saying, I need something predictable, pleasant, and grounding. Or as I'd like to say, the candle isn't avoidance, it's aromatherapy with better branding. Here's a quote for you. Self-care is how you take back your power. Comfort is not the opposite of growth. It is literally what allows growth to happen. So the next time you sip that pumpkin spice latte, remember, you're not just drinking coffee, you're engaging in a full-blown act of emotional regulation, nostalgia, and neurochemistry. You're basically a scientist with, well, whipped cream, maybe some nutmeg on top. Let your comfort be conscious. Your rituals be intentional. Your joy unapologetic, because we need to make things in this world feel a little bit softer. And if yours happens to taste like cinnamon and childhood safety, then cheers to that. Now, I would love to hear from you. What's your cozy coping ritual this season? Drop it in the comments. I might feature some of your answers in the next week's episode. You never know. And don't forget to subscribe for more nerdy psychology every Tuesday. Until next time, stay curious, be kind, and keep your mind nerdy. That's a wrap.
Stay curious, be kind, and keep your mind nerdy.